Greetings, everyone. I'm Eric with Your Essential Practice. For this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading, we have a beautiful shift in energy with Cancer season beginning. So happy birthday to all you Cancers out there. Happy birthday. And we're also hot off the heels of this Virgo and Mars kind of energy here. And it just happened, and we have a beautiful new moon happening right after this week. So if you want more of that planetary type of information, or if you'd like a divinely guided rune reading here from me personally, or like some spiritual guidance, want to book a session with me, all of that information, okay, is down in the links below. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right into today's divinely guided rune reading. Woo! Greetings, Taurus, and welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. Let's jump right on in and get your rune here for the energetic past here in Fehu. So probably a windfall or focusing on your money, maybe aspects that are calling you to maybe focus on what abundance means to you here in recent history. You could have had a challenge with finance here recently as well, or maybe just in general thinking about it. So a good thing to remember about Fehu here, literally meaning cattle, is as you accrue more, you have a lot of other choices, a lot of more responsibilities. So you could have been maybe given more responsibilities at work, taking on more responsibilities in family life. Maybe stepping up more in your community recently where you feel that abundance of love. All right, so take what resonates here, Taurus, please, and leave what doesn't. In the energetic now position, we have the rune Algiz. Algiz is, I like to call it the rune of faith. Anytime we have that line going down, remember that's a very grounded energy. Algiz is the elk rune, planting its hoof in the tundra. Very grounded, with those antlers being the built-in divine defense and the divine connection, really. So when you're moving forward like this majestic elk energy right now, you're called to move forward in your faith. You might be called to be a little on the defensive right now as well. Continuing with maybe challenge from Fehu, moving forward, where you're really just kind of buckling down and really just standing your ground. Sticking to your way of doing things and appreciating things, Taurus, and really trying not to be influenced by outside influences, really. So that's really good that you're sticking to your faith, but remember to not do so much as where you are causing yourself a little bit harm, where you might be in an ego aspect of that accidentally, right? You might be addicted to even saying no to people. It's okay to say yes once in a while, right? Just dwell on it and move forward in your faith, right? Follow follow what resonates with you, Taurus. Here's an irreversible rune for your energetic future here. This is Yara. Yara is a lot of learning. It literally means year. So conclusions making beginnings, and simultaneously beginnings making endings. At the end of the year, this is also known as the harvest rune, because at the end of the year, we do the harvest, right? We always harvest every year. There's always that circle to the seasons, right? So this is kind of like the world card in tarot. So Yara here, this is at the end of the season when we are harvesting, we take in consideration, do I have enough of this to last through the next few months, the lean months, right? Do I have enough quality in what I have harvested? So did I nurture this enough? Did I plant the right seed? Am I going to have to adjust tactic next season? Very healthy communication, very healthy inner dialogue for you. And it's really an evaluation period. So in your energetic future, you're kind of called to just still be in your faith, but really just kind of kick back and soak up the information, kind of see how things are playing out in your life, Taurus, and then make a well-informed decision. All right, so what are the influences here for the now energy? Kinaz, this is like that trailblazing energy, Pac-Man, wanting to move forward all the time, gobbling up those dots, right? It literally means torch. It's the lantern that lights the path for others, and simultaneously so it lights the path for yourself. This is like that illumination, manifestation, very much wands energy from the tarot, and very much like frontier kind of expanding type of energy here for you. So when you're in your faith, you're kind of maybe unsure about this new ground, this new territory, but you are definitely being grounded. You're called to stay grounded anyway throughout this and make a well-informed decision. Maybe you want to keep this inertia going, or maybe you want to just move away from these type of struggles. I understand. But here, Taurus, let me remind you, though, that growth and comfort don't really make great companions. Okay? Growth and comfort don't make great companions. And your energetic advice for the now is just stay dedicated, showing up for yourself. This is the god Tyr's rune, Tiwaz. So staying grounded, disciplined in that vector of victory, going like in that upward trajectory, right? The god Tyr's rune, this is kind of like that Libra energy too, where it's that knowing that scales and the balance is that innate sense of judgment, fairness, discipline, right? Sticking up for yourself, for others, right? In maybe your tribe, your community. So showing up for yourself, the dedication, the work that goes into that, the processes of showing up every day. The advice here, though, Taurus, is to not be a martyr in this energy. Okay, you still need to be somewhat flexible. Okay, yes, be grounded, but maintain your faith. Okay, but don't be too rigid. Stay dedicated and disciplined. Don't be a martyr out of this energy, but you can still remain very, very grounded and learn a lot out of whatever's happening in your life right now. Let me know in the comments below, please, how this is resonating here with you, Taurus. In your outcome here for this whole week is Ingwaz, here the divine masculine's rune. So some divine masculine healing work. Yes, when we remain vigilant in our faith, we're almost kind of stoic. That's like a divine masculine sort of practice. Their stoicism and divine masculine healing work kind of go hand in hand. And here's the reminder too that divine masculine work is not just about a male sex, right? Divine masculine isn't about gender at all. Okay, we all have aspects of divine feminine and divine masculine within us. So this is really coming from that place of knowing, healing yourself, healing the divine masculine. Sometimes you'll see it like this in rune readings where it's just that diamond shape. That's the seed, that successfully planted seed, fertile soil coming from that place of knowing that you planted the seed, right? And it will bear fruit that you can harvest later. Yeah, you're coming from that healed perspective, divine masculine healing work you get out of this in the long run. When you are in your faith, you're really nurturing that. And also, yeah, that not just the place of knowing rather than guessing, but also being responsive rather than reactive. Those are like some of my main talking points when it comes to divine masculine healing work. And those are very grounding, very good disciplines to show up in Taurus. Again, let me know in the comments below how this is resonating here for you. I really think this is beautiful though, right? You get that fertile soil here, and then you get a harvest in the future. You have a lot of discipline work. You do want to keep moving forward. Right now, you're just kind of gathering, you're being a little maybe on the defensive, but staying grounded, getting that information and showing up for yourself so you can successfully plant the seed and create more abundance that you get to harvest later on. Beautiful rune reading here for you, Taurus. Let's get a card of clarity here from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck. These are messages straight from Source, straight from Divine, directly to your spirit, directly to your soul. Divine, please show us clearly, what message of clarity do you have for Taurus today? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Worry. Okay. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Yeah, overthinking it, worrying. A lot of people are being challenged with overthinking here recently, and I think that aspect did come up here previously in this reading. Again, worry says, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Continuing, worry is a wasted emotion. It does nothing other than give you the illusion of control, Taurus. When you expend too much energy worrying, it limits you and has an adverse effect on the natural energy of the soul. Worrying destroys the hope, faith, and excitement that are wonderful elements of this schoolroom called Earth. Remember that you are what you think, and that you have the power to create positive thoughts, which beget positive outcomes, Taurus. Worry is a negative emotion and sets you up for a negative result. What unnecessary worries are you carrying around with you right now? Examine them objectively in the light of love. Help your soul by releasing them and be fully connected to the current moment, which is where your true power resides, Taurus. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.